Good afternoon all. Dear students, today we are discussing our social science class or social science class session. Hope you fine. So let us start, okay? Before entering to our chapter, let me introduce your textbook, or can we see our textbook? This is our social science textbook for our class 6. Today I am taking the civics part or the political science part of our social science. You already know, or you have to know that our social science textbook is divided into 3 parts. One part for history, second part for geography, and the third part for social and political life. And also, let me introduce myself. I am Ummu Habiba, your new social science teacher. So we can start. Just look at the rainbow. Can you see the rainbow clearly? Yeah. In our lower classes onwards, we have to know rainbow has 7 colors and each color has its own importance. So just write the colors of rainbow here. What are they? Vibgeo. Here, each color has its own importance. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And we can know, or we can see that each colors in the rainbow make it more beautiful, more perfect in manner, okay? So, we can say that each color play its own role very clearly. Then only we can see rainbow in the most beautiful manner. Likewise, when we select our palm, how many fingers are there? 5 fingers. And we can say that each finger has its own functions and each finger has equal importance among other fingers. And our palm try to coordinate these 5 fingers in a unique manner. When we consider the students in a class, the whole students or the students in any classroom has his own qualities and his own personality. What does quality mean? Maybe intellectual, maybe better in studies, or maybe better in the cultural programs or extra activities like singing, drawing, better in athletics, etc. So all students are better, all students are special with his own qualities. Likewise, our topic is understanding diversity is the chapter's name, and our topic is diversity. What is our topic? Diversity. Diversity or differences in nature or varieties. Diversity means, do you know the meaning of diversity? Diversity means it is the differences or varieties, and we have to adjust with these varieties and try to appreciate those special features of anything, maybe of an individual, or maybe of a place, or maybe of a thing. Everything we should adjust and recognize it. Okay, do you understand? Yes. Diversity means differences or varieties among various factors, and also we have to adjust with these factors. This is the common definition or the general form of diversity. And we already know that all are diverse or all are differ in nature. And how we understood the diversities? Take the case of a classroom or take the case of a school. Here many of the students are studying and each one has its own qualities and each one is preferable with his own qualities. and that may be known while any competitions or any items are conducted. That performance will show only at that time. That maybe we can realize each students are special in nature, or each students are differ in nature. And let us check whether may be any differences in diversity of similar and diversity of the differences. Can you understand? Diversity is with similarity and with differences. Okay. When we consider the diversities in a similar manner, means diversities in a similar or same qualities, a group of people or group of items with same quality, similarities. And the second is differences. Differences. When we consider the term similarity, it is helpful to us to adjust with these groups. When we consider the class, there may be a number of students who were talented in the field of singing. Then we can include them as our prayer groups, or the group of students who were singing at the time of prayer. Then that is the advantage of the similarities. And another way, when we select the group of students to have those who have the art of drawing, we can conduct a competition with them. Then we utilize that or use that quality at the time of drawing competition. And likewise, we can choose the similarities for adjusting the situation. Then second, for what? For comparing the qualities. Likewise, when we select the differences, means the diversity or diversified nature, we can add the more qualities or add the different qualities with our nature. Here we adjust or cooperate with them. Here we add more qualities or add more qualities. Can you understand? Similarities, we can adjust with them. That groups, we have to adjust with them because they have the same quality. But in the case of differences, we have to add their values with our life. That is best in the example of educational field. If the students have better mathematical skill than others, we can utilize them while the time of maths classes, and we can get the simplest way of getting the mathematical problems or solving them in a perfect manner. So we can just utilize that quality. That is due to the differences. Here it is due to the similarities. Then we examine what is the India's case or what is the India's role along with our chapter. Okay. India and diversity. India and diversity. India is the land of diversity. We can divide the India's diversity into 4 areas. India, land of diversity. We can call our country as the land of diversity. We just divide the diversity into 4 areas. What are they? The first one is geographical diversity. What is it? Geographical. Second one is linguistic. And the third one is religious. One more also, religious. And the fourth, last one is cultural. Okay, I repeat. Our diversified nature or the diversified feature of our country, India's diversity is divided into 4 areas. First one is geographical diversity, second one is linguistic diversity, third one is religious diversity, and the fourth one is cultural diversity. Let us explain one by one, okay? First one is geographical diversity. What is the first diversity? Geographical diversity. In this, we have to mention the geographical areas of our country. Means from where or what are the important geographical areas have to mention during the time of our chapter, okay? Geographical diversity. Here we can say the four areas, means north, south, west and east. In the north, we can say the lofty mountains. What is the meaning of lofty? Lofty means tall, high or giant mountains in the northern part of our country. What is it? Lofty. Lofty means what? Lofty means giant mountains. Second one is in the south. South we can see many coastal areas. Coastal areas. Then in the west, on west we can say rainforests. Arid desert. What is the meaning of arid? Arid means what? It is the dry desert. Then lastly on the east, there are the tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest. Let me clear, okay? In the north part, there have lofty mountains are there. Highest or giant mountains. In the south, coastal areas are there. Then the west, arid desert or the dry deserts are there. Then on the east, there should be the tropical rain forest. Tropical rain forest. These are the terms we included in the geographical diversity of our country. Then the second one. What is the second one? It is the linguistic diversity. What is it? It is the linguistic diversity. Second one is linguistic diversity. What is the meaning of linguistic? That is anything related to our language diversity. Linguistic diversity means it is the differences or the differences can be seen in the field of language. In this area we can say that there are around 1,600 languages in India, or Indians are speaking around 1,600 languages. How many languages? 1,600 languages. Then from these 22 languages are considered as 22 languages are recognized by Indian Constitution. Recognized by Indian Constitution. Do you know which is our official language? Yeah, Hindi. Hindi in Devanagari Lipi or Devanagari script is considered as the official language of our country. Anyway, English and Hindi were used for the official purpose. Hindi is our official language. It is developed or formed from which script? Devanagari script. Devanagari script. Okay. Then these are the important features of the linguistic diversity. I repeat, there are 1,600 languages in India, and from that 22 languages were recognized by Indian Constitution. Then our language Hindi is considered as our official language, and it is formed from Devanagari script. And Hindi and English were also used for official purpose or official uses. Both these languages are used. Then the third is religious diversity. That is something related to our religion. Third is religious diversity. What is it? Religious diversity. We can say that our country is the land of multiple religions. There are a number of religions in our country. Like, give me the examples for the religion. Yeah, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, then one more. Yeah, Buddhism, Jainism, then one new religion I introduce you. Most of them are familiar. Also, I will say, okay. India is the land of multiple religions like Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, etc. Okay. Then the second feature is India is a secular country. When you deal with the constitutional affairs, when you deal with the constitutional concepts, you have to deal with the term preamble, and the secularism or the secular feature of our country should be mentioned at that time. Okay. So India is the secular country. Because of this feature, it is ready, or India gave equal importance or equal consideration for each this much of religion, and there is no neglect or there is no avoidance of any religious values, but India is upholding, or India giving more importance to each religion's values and customs. That is why the different religious people are living here in a unique and peaceful manner. Okay. Then the last or the fourth diversity is, what is it? Cultural diversity. It means India is a land of rich cultural heritage, or we can say that India is the land with a variety of cultures, variety of customs, variety of practices, etc. So we can say our India is the land with rich cultural heritage. Rich cultural heritage. We can see in different parts of our country the people with different customs, then food habits, pattern of dressing, etc. These are due to the cultural heritage. These are due to the cultural changes in the different parts of our country. These are the points. What are they? Our nation is with rich cultural heritage, and we have differences in what areas? Food habits, pattern of dressing, then preparations of food, That means different people including different ingredients for their food items. That is due to the differences in their food habits. Okay, this is the last diversity, that is the cultural diversity. Then we examine what are the reasons for the diversified nature of our country. What are the reasons for the India's diversity? What are they? The first one is geographical factors. First one is geographical factors. Reasons for India's diversity. Reasons for India's diversity. India's diversity. The first one is geographical factors. Geographical factors. Geographical factors. These are including the previous things we discussed in the term geographical diversity. What are they? The lofty mountains in the north, then the coastal areas in the south, then on west there should be the arid deserts, and lastly on the east there should be the tropical rainforest. These are the geographical factors that caused for the India's diversity. Then the second is historical factors. What are they? Historical factors. For this, we can say many foreigners were arrived and settled in our country and providing many contributions to our country. For example, Britishers, then French people, then Arabs, then like that. When we consider the arrival of Mughal, means the Mughal Empire, they contributing many things for our country, and they spread a language, means Persian language, and they adding the Persian language with Hindi, there emerged a new language. Do you know what is the new language? That is Urdu. So due to the Mughal Empire, we get one more language. Mughal Empire, we get the language, what is it? Urdu. That is the mixture of Hindi and Persian language. Okay? Urdu is the mixture of Hindi and Persian language, and it is due to the contribution of Mughal Empire. Then do you know the proverb, unity is the strength? What it mean? It means when we are unite, we can obtain or we can get anything easily. But when we are separated, we will lose all, or we cannot obtain, or we cannot get our what we need. Okay, so unity is the strength, and in the same way we can say that India is the nation with unity in diversity. So our last topic is unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. This term, unity in diversity, was coined by, or firstly used by Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru. And he says that even though India has a diversified nature, it is tried to unite all these different factors under its own control or under its boundary, and there is no controlling, or there is no overestimating any factor or underestimating or less consideration to any factor, nothing, but all the differential or the factors or the diversified factors in our country are unique under India's control. So we can say that India is a land of unity in diversity. Unite with these much of diversified factors. Okay, these are the topics we discussed. What are the topics we discussed today? What is diversity? What are the factors, different areas of diversity? And the last topic, or what are the reasons for diversity? And lastly, India is the land of unity in diversity. So children, have a nice day. God bless you.